who will show you the platform.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Hi, Marta. Thanks for introduction. Yes, my name is Kamil. Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome from all around the world on our Pearson webinar about teaching hubs. Thank you that you found some time for today's meeting. As I said, my name is Kamil. I'll be your host today. Um, and as Marta said, I'd like to just tell you again that Marta will be on our chat. So if you have any questions during the session, please feel free to ask, to use the chat option and type your questions, and Marta will try to answer, or I will try to answer at the end of my presentation. So if you are ready, I'll start uh, the session today. So, and I will start with the thing what the teaching hubs really are. So as I told you at the beginning, it's our brand new digital solution for all GCSE teachers, which provide front of class guidance along with all the resources that you need to effectively teach, and what is more, in a very interesting way, to teach all GCSE subjects to a very high standard. Yeah, so if you know our teacher resource packs that we used to have, uh, our teaching hubs are 98% more of the content that we used to have. So we'll be replacing teacher resource packs, but we will be replacing them with the brand new, entirely new generation of digital content, which I will show you in a moment. One more thing before I start is one word about the author of the teaching hubs, for because I'll be talking about maths. So uh, one word about the author. So the lead author is Dr. Naomi Norman, graduated from University of Oxford. She also worked in the Department of Education, the UK government Department of Education, and she's a mathematician, very well known mathematician, whose research led to a huge number of mathematical programs. So she is the main author of our teaching hubs materials. Uh, okay, so now I'll show you in the practical part, and I will share the screen now. Okay, I hope that you can see my screen and everything is fine. So as you can see, the teaching hubs will be delivered through our new Pearson Connexus platform, which is brand new platform. This is not an active layer. This is something new, but you will see that it is perfect and very user-friendly platform, very easy to use. But I will show you everything what is possible and what you can do with the teaching hubs. So this is the login page. At the top right hand corner, you have the place to enter your login details. So as soon as you want to purchase the teaching hub, you will receive the username and the password, so you can log in, and you just put them here, and of course we are logging in to the platform. So this is the landing page, and here you should see all the subjects that your school has subscribed to. So you will see all the teaching hubs here. Our main interest today is the maths teaching hub, so I'll enter here, and let's take a look what's inside. So inside you will have the name of the teaching hub and the picture, which you should be familiar with because it also corresponds to our textbooks. And if we go down, there is the list of content here, and the first option that you can choose is the scheme of work, which is just the document that you can enter, download, or just have a look what's the overall scheme of work for the 2 years of course for the maths. As you can see, this is the whole specification point, the lesson names, lesson number. This is also editable file. So if you want to make some changes, you can just write it here. Or if you want to change anything on the scheme of work, you can do it here, but it is ready-made. You can always have a look at it. You can download, you can print it. So it's just a file for you. Okay, so this is the one thing, but the most important and I think the most interesting is the second tab, which are the lessons. The Teaching Hub, Maths Teaching Hub, covers the whole 2-year IGCSE course. It will be divided into 6 terms, but as this is my demo account, so I have only 1 term, but it will be divided into 6 terms, and each term is represented by a folder, and each folder contains a certain number of lessons. For example, in term 1, I have 39 lessons, and this is the whole term 1 that you will have in this Teaching Hub, and the end, you can have the end of term test. And now we will take a look at particular lesson, which is the most important thing in this Teaching Hub. And here what's inside. So inside every lesson, you will have 3 parts. You will have the overview, teacher guidance, and resources. And it's not only with the Maths Teaching Hub, if there are teachers who are teaching another subject, so you will know, or you know from our previous webinars, that all the lessons are the same. So they consist of the 3 parts, as you can see here. So you will have in every lesson, you will have the same. So you will have the overview, teacher guidance, and the resources. So I will start with the overview now. Which contain a lot of all the top level information about the lesson, starting from the specification references, which are here, learning objectives, so what the students will learn in this lesson. You have the prior knowledge, you have the key definition, you have the textbook alignment, so how does the book correspond to the how does this lesson correspond to the book, and you also have the common errors and misconceptions. So what your students may struggle with during this lesson, and at the bottom you will have the whole grid of all the resources that come together with this lesson. So as you can see, I will tell you about the resources later, but now you can see that this yellow buttons represents resources. And if you click on it, you will go to each resource. Okay, to navigate the platform, you can use either the bottom, so you can go to next activity or previous activity, or you can use the arrows at the top, so you will do the same, or you can use the back button and you will go here. Okay, so this was the overview, and now the second part is the teacher guidance, which I really like, and this is the most interesting thing for me, because I was also the teacher, and I really like the kind of things that are here, because this is the whole scheme of work, the lesson plan, very detailed lesson plan with the sections that you all probably know, because you will see that there is a starter of the lesson, there is a warm-up skill, teaching sessions are the main points of the lesson, there is a challenge activity, end of lesson activity, and homework. And at the bottom, you also have the alternative activities. So, for example, if you want to divide the lesson into 2 parts, and you can use the first one on the first part of the lesson, and the alternative starter at the second, or you can just use the alternative starter if you want. So we want you to be flexible with your preparation. And at the right side, you will also have the time allowance. So how much time you will need for each lesson. So let's say like a time span, and each lesson in the teaching hub is divided into 1 hour teaching span. So you can see that we recommend 5 minutes for the starter, 3 to 5 minutes for warm-up skills, and so on. And now we'll take a closer look at every section of this lesson. So if you use these two buttons, because these are expandable bars, if you can click on each one and it will expand, but you can also use expand all sections, so you will see everything at once. Okay, so let's take a closer look at at this lesson. So for the starter, we recommend the slideshow, and here you will also have the yellow button for resource. I will tell you that later and show you everything. For warm-up skills, we recommend questions and a video, and question 3. So, and the teaching session, which are the main parts of the lesson, are even more interesting because it is very detailed description of what to do during this session. So you can have write the number, what you need to tell your students, what do you need to show, what need to display on interactive whiteboard. So as you can see, lots of very detailed information about what to do. So you will save your time planning. You don't need to think, I don't know, before what I need to do during the lesson, because all is done for you. You can just go along with this plan. Yeah. So again, what you need to tell, what to emphasize, uh, what discuss with the students, and so on. So the whole class examples, independent work. So what to give them, additional work. Yeah, the teaching session too. The teaching sessions are sometimes the lessons sometimes vary between the teaching sessions. Sometimes you will have 3, sometimes 1, sometimes 2 teaching sessions. So it depends what kind of lesson it is. But here we have the 3 teaching sessions. So again, what to write on the board, how to instruct the students, what to tell them, and so on. Uh, what is the challenge optional for? I would say that this is for the fast finishers, who the pupils who always start early, so they can, you can give them additional work. For example, we recommend student book exercises like here, end of lesson activity, and what you can do as a homework, and of course alternative starter and alternative end of lesson activity. Okay, so this is the whole plan. I can use this back to top button, and I will go straight here. Okay, and for example, if you want to use the yellow button, if you click on it, what's important, it will open in a separate tab, which is very useful thing when you are conducting lessons, when you use the interactive whiteboard, because you can open in a separate tab on the interactive whiteboard, and you will leave, for example, this teacher guidance on your own personal computer. So that is very convenient way of doing it, because you can display it like this in a separate tab when you click on the yellow button. And we went very smoothly to the resource section. So if you click on any button here, it will open like this. And this is the resources section. So you can see that I clicked on the question 1, warm-up skills question 1. And if you also click on it, you can display it on the board and do the exercise with your students. There is also a solution. All the exercises are fully interactive, so clickable, so you can present it and do it together with your class. If you click next resource, you will go to next. For example, there are lots of videos in Maths Teaching Hub, which can save your voice a little bit, so you can just play it.
Rounding and decimal places. Write each of these numbers correct to 1 decimal place, or 1 dp. Part A, 10.44.
So yeah, to save your voice a little bit, you can just play the video and show your students how to do examples, and then they can do it by themselves. So this is also very interesting way of conducting your lesson. So sometimes you speak, sometimes the video. So this is of course very nice for your students and very interesting way of conducting the lesson. Okay, so next resources, another question, another video, and so on. So there are lots of different resources here. You have animations, you have videos, you have examples, you have questions, you have some tables, a lot of this for you to explore. So you will not, your students will not get bored. So you have lots of interesting things to show them, and yeah, and use all the resources here. One more thing I want to tell you is the homework sheet, which is a little bit different because it's not like interactive thing, but you can just, if you click on it, it will be downloaded as a file, which you can print it out and give them as a normal homework, or you can use it as a short test or anything. So this is just additional file that you will download, and you can print it out, for example, and distribute in the classroom. Okay, so again, if I use the back to top button, I will go straight here, and at the top you will also have the whole list of all the resources, so you can just look at it from here. One more thing I want to mention is this toggle feature. We have two options for planning mode. So for example, if you are preparing for the lesson and you just need to see what resources are here. So if you use the planning mode, you will see the resources one by one, just to have a better view. It will show you as a list of resources. So let's say to use it as a preparation for your lesson. And if you use, you can change it here. If you use the teaching mode, so you can display it on the lesson, and now you can see that the resources will be displayed one by one. For example, it will better view with the question, yeah, like this. So so only one resource on the page, so the students will not get distracted by any other resources here. This is not like the list, so only one resource on at once. So as you can see, and look how, again, how does it look like if yeah, as you can see, the questions are one by one after another. So this is the main difference between the planning mode and the teaching mode. Okay, so one more thing, we also include the student book as a PDF. So if you click on student book pages, it will take you oh, come on. Yeah, so this is the whole Maths A student book. So you can also display it as a normal book. You can just do some highlights here or some notes. Yeah, so this is also something that you can work with during the lesson. So this is the PDF active book that you can also display on the interactive whiteboard. Okay. Okay, so that's mainly all about the lessons. So I will get back to the to this part. So I just told you about the overview, teacher guidance, and resources, and I will also show you that all the other lessons look the same. So they have overview, teacher guidance, and resources. So if you click on any other lesson, you can also see what are the specification references, what are the learning objectives, prior knowledge, key definitions to this lesson, textbook alignment, common errors, and what are the resources that are supporting this lesson. Yeah, so as you can see, all the lessons look the same. So if you end all the lessons in different subjects also look the same. So as you can see, the platform is really user friendly and very convenient to use. So I'm sure you will not have any problems with using the platform. So just to sum up, maybe I will stop sharing. Uh, so just to sum up, I'll try to answer the most important question that's probably in your head now. Why do I really need these teaching hubs? The answer is very simple, so I'll try to answer as a former teacher because it really saves your time. And it helps you planning it with all the schemes of work, with the very detailed lesson plans. You spend less time preparing, you just enter and you can just teach your lesson just straight away with no preparation needed. One more thing that you should be happy about with this teaching hub is that the lesson is really interesting. So for your students, it has a huge range of resources as you've seen in that I showed you everything, interactive exercises which students really like. All the top level information about the lesson. So you will, as I said, you will not spend a lot of time for preparation. And I hope that you will like our teaching hubs and you will choose them for your IGCSE subjects. We are adding more subjects to the that we will have on our offer. So there will be more in future. Okay, and that I think that you will enjoy the session. And I would like to add that my team is always ready to help you and to answer all your questions. I hope Marta answered. If you have any questions, I'm sure Marta had answered to you. But if you have any other questions, you can just write to us, to the customer success team, or we can meet you online. Again, if you need any other question, if you have any other questions, we can have I don't know, a separate session for the school if you want to choose the teaching hubs. So feel free to write to us, and I hope you will use the teaching hubs from now on. Okay, Marta, go back to you. Any questions
Right.
on the chat, or how's the
Yeah.
situation? Is everything is
Yeah.
fine?
Everything's fine. I tried to answer all of the questions. There is one that just arrived. Is there anything for AS or A levels? So at the moment, the resources are just for international GCSEs. As Camille mentioned, during summer, we are planning to release IG teaching hubs for business and English as a second language. However, it is just for international GCSEs. And there were a lot of questions, Camille, for example, about the licenses, about perhaps sharing the resources with students. So I tried to explain that these are mainly front of class resources for teachers. Students do not have access to the resources. They are meant to use for teacher preparation and whole class viewing. About the licenses, what I tried to highlight is that one license provides access to two teachers from the same school. However, if a school is big and there is a need for more licenses, I would strongly advise contacting your local Pearson representative. If you do not have contact with your Pearson representative, you can reach out to us as well, and we will get you in touch with our regional development managers who will be able to assist you. And I think all the other questions were answered. Perhaps, perhaps we could also advise testing out the trial, right, Camille?
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, if you want to try it out, of course, there is also an option just to have a trial like we have with all the other our products that before you decide, you can also try it out. You can explore it by yourself, just to have a look, a closer look. If you want to try it out, there is a website. I don't know if Marta put it here, but but if you want, you can also write to us that you want the trial. But the best option is just to subscribe for the trial on the website. So this is the most I think the quickest way of having the trial. So yes, we have the trial. So I truly recommend you to use it. Just to have a look at it.
Yeah, trial will give you access to the content of 2 weeks. And for maths, we've got 3 lessons per week. So on the trial, we will have full access to the content of 6 lessons. And you'll see the level of the detail which we provide with each and every lesson for each and every hour of the course. All right. And I think we will also reach out to those who agreed for further contact. So in case you didn't know the email address, we will also be trying to get in touch with you. There's one question: how much is for the training in order to get a certificate? I'm not sure if this is the platform gives you the is not related to any certificate training, I would say. It's the resources that you can use to deliver the course for maths. So in case you've got any questions relating to training in your region, you can also reach out to us and we'll try to get you in touch with our training specialists.
Exactly.
That's it, Camille.
Yes. Thank you very much again, all. Thanks for attending the session with me. I was very glad to have you here, that you have the time for us today. And thank you all, and hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.